How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Zan over here bringing you guys another Mob Psycho episode discussion. And for today's segment, guys, we're going to be doing the season finale of Mob Psycho, episode 12, guys. And now this episode, guys, I personally enjoyed it from the beginning, middle to the end. Every scene was very impactful on this season finale. I thought it actually ended very well for Mob Psycho 100 because of the fact that the first episode all the way to the end, guys, it literally was an adventure, guys. I personally thought it was an adventure, and this episode was like basically, I would say, a mashup of all. I would say like an end. It's basically an ending, guys. The ending was perfect, guys. You know, it even gave us off some kind of hints and foreshadowing as to what future villains might be in the next season, guys, or the next following arcs that might ensue in the next season, I would say, guys. And we also get more along the line as to say that Master Reagan, guys, his demeanor is still going on strong in this episode, and we see Master Reagan actually revert back to his normal self at the end of the episode. You know, like there were so many things to talk about, man, in this episode that it's so hilarious that the way that the author one is doing this series, guys. The author one, I give you a grade A, man, a grade A on this series, guys. I personally enjoyed Mob Psycho 100. I don't know about you guys, but I was laughing in this episode particularly for a fact that Master Reagan, again, was the main hero of the episode. And he's actually the main hero of this whole entire arc, guys. Throughout the whole entire arc of the 7th Division of the Claw Gang, we actually see Master Reagan, you know, we get anticipated once he came in. Yes, we do. But the minute that Master Reagan came onto the scene, we see that he actually took charge of the situation. Yes, we were all actually expecting Mob to actually take down the villains, Ishiguro, Muraki, Sakurai, and Sho, you know, but no, Mob did not do nothing to those characters. It was actually Master Reagan. Of course, you know, I would say the author one went with the traditional route of Mob taking down the villains, it necessarily wouldn't be that as exciting because for the fact that I could see what the author one was trying to do. And the author one was trying to basically build up tension and suspense as to see what Mob would actually do, and we were all expecting Mob to do. We were all expecting Mob to actually fight. We're expecting Mob to kill, but no. Master Reagan came in, and he actually took charge of the situation and said, you know what? Let the adults handle it, Mob. You've done enough, you know. If you're put in a situation where you don't want to be, I understand, and I'll do it for you, and I'll take care of it. Like, we see Master Reagan basically be his guardian throughout this whole entire arc, guys, and that's what I love about Master Reagan. Even when Master Reagan was looking for Mob, he still was actually wondering what is Mob doing out in this, like, somewhere out in the, like, far away from the city. And it's hilarious that Master Reagan, guys, in this episode takes down the villains as well. He takes down the villains not with actual sheer force and physical, I would say, strain on the villains. No, he actually uses words of encouragement. He uses his speech, the power of speech, guys. He actually takes down the villains in that manner. And if you listen carefully to what Master Reagan was saying, he was preaching the truth to these villains. These villains were acting like children. They were acting like man children, you kind of say. They're basically living in a delusional world where basically, you know, they take over if they take over the world, then everything will fall into their hands. No, they were living in a dysfunctional society that they're trying to create, basically. And Master Reagan was trying to explain to these characters and these villains that, you know, it's not all about that. And I love that quote that he said, if you want to make it big in this world, you have to live with society. You have to follow it. Or if not, you're just no one. But the thing is with Master Reagan, what made sense with that quote was for a fact that, you know, I'm just a commoner, and you're just a commoner. We're all regular people in the end of the day, man. But you're just granted with gifts. Yes, these villains, yes, they're psychics. But in the end of the day, you know, of course, they're still human, you know. So they're still the commoner that they are. They're still nobody. And it's hilarious that the way that Sakurai and Muraki actually took a change of heart because for a fact that not only because Master Reagan was actually showcasing that he could take them down through sheer force, but because of his speech as well. He was actually trying to tell them, you know, stand up for yourself, have a stronger heart. That's what Master Reagan was trying to tell them. And like I said, Master Reagan, my God, man. I give props to for one creating this character because it's always exciting to see Master Reagan in each and every episode that he comes out. And now, I would say in episode 11 and 12 of this series, Master Reagan is actually showcased not as a comical relief character, but more as a serious character itself. Because throughout the whole entire series, he was shown to be the comic relief whenever Mob was fighting spirits and so and so and so and so. But not in this episode. No, Master Reagan is a very important character, and we see why, once again, why Mob actually looks up to him. And even Teru and Ritsu now look at Master Reagan and see him like, oh, okay, we can see why Mob looks up to this guy, because for a fact that the way he handles situations, it's very frightening that he can do that in such a manner that that doesn't resort to physical force. It's so hilarious. But I love the way that the episode was actually going with as well, guys. Not only with Master Reagan, but with the villains. We see Ishiguro again with a change of heart. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Ishiguro was the only one that didn't have a change of heart. That's the only one. But that's because I'm assuming it had to do with being part of the 7th Claw Division leader, so he had to live up to certain standards. But that's when we get involved with Sho. Now, Sho's character here, guys, is still mysterious, and we don't know what exactly is going on with this character. With this character, guys, I personally don't know what this character is about. But we know for sure that this character is taking an interest with Ritsu. So that I know for sure with Sho is a very, very particular character that we might be seeing in the future events. And might be seeing maybe Ritsu will change the heart of Sho. But for right now, Sho is still considered an actual villain. Maybe people might have thought that Sho might have been an actual good guy and might have been a spy, but no. He was actually a spy for the Claw leader's actual gang, and it's actually Sho's father. That's what it was shown in this episode. And now, I personally thought Sho might have done something else, but no. Apparently, he's actually recruiting more and more members towards the upper echelon of the Claw gang itself. Now, that was actually interesting. And we actually get a glimpse at the Claw gang's leader. It seems like we got another psychotic lunatic at hand and right here. But so far, we only just got a glimpse of it through the cell phone talk with Sho itself. Now, we actually got back with Dimple in the episode as well. Dimple comes back, guys. But I kind of figured that with the series going on, I kind of figured Dimple was going to come back. And I love the way that Dimple's character development was in this episode, was for a fact that it didn't serve just as a comical purpose. We actually get to see Dimple and Master Reagan actually converse for the first time throughout the whole entire series. And I love the way that these characters converse with each other, because for a fact that when these characters are talking to each other, you see that bond, that I would say the friendship that's already going on. It's so hilarious that Master Reagan even takes charge of Dimple himself. And Dimple, I'm assuming off screen, is going to be taking care of business with Master Reagan. It's just hilarious, man. Like I said, Master Reagan is constantly being used in each episode as the grand scheme of it. But I did love how the episode ended, guys. And the episode ended in a great scheme is by, like I said earlier in this video, was bringing Master Reagan back down to being a regular human. Bringing him down, even though he actually got all of Mob's powers and was able to fight against the villains of the Claw gang. But at the end of the episode, he was back to being a normal human. I'm guessing that they didn't want to leave the episode with Master Reagan inheriting all Mob's powers. No, they wanted to give off that character a sense of normality with him. They didn't want to give him that sort of grand scheme. But the thing is, they want to leave us viewers with the intent of leaving Master Reagan with that thought, like, okay, this character is a very great person, but at the end of the day, he's still a human. And this episode kind of gave off that, with Reagan and Mob going to the mountains and doing whatever, doing, like, I would say, hunting. It's hilarious. It gave off that sense of a father-son relationship right there, guys. It's really interesting how Mob and Reagan's character development always throughout the whole entire episode, They really have a strong bond with each other. And this episode, like I said, was very important in displaying that in a sense, you kind of say. And I love that. I love that with Master Reagan and Mob, But the part that a lot of viewers are going to be wondering is, how come Mob couldn't have transfer his powers to Reagan in earlier episodes to make him seem like he could have awakened his psychic powers and etc. The reason I'm saying that Mob probably would have not done that is because for a fact that he probably didn't know how. Mob probably did not know how to do that. This was pure accidental. That's why Master Reagan was able to do all these events in this episode, because for a fact that Mob was actually going to go on with the murderous intent, but by transferring his powers to Master Reagan, it actually kind of helped ease Mob himself. And they actually explained it in the episode as well, with a very well thought out, I would say, speech that they kind of gave out for Mob and Master Reagan. You know, that's very interesting in a sense. But I would say that's about it for the episode, guys. That was about it. You know, the episode was very entertaining nonetheless. I can't wait for season 2 if they ever continue making this animated series. I can't wait for that. But like I said, season 1 was perfect. It was nice and very well balanced, guys. That's what I honestly think. This episode was very well balanced. But that's it for the episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, I hope you guys also give a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you guys enjoy my content, because that's all I can say for this episode. Like I said, it was very wonderful, very entertaining. It left off on a very great note, guys. You know, and we also get, I would say, all the characters involved in throughout the whole entire series has been showcased in the episode so far. And that's how it kind of ends off, with at least giving a glimpse of every character that's been showing so far. But like I said, guys, hope you guys have a wonderful day. And as always, guys, stay out of trouble. You know, can't be in trouble these days, guys. Stay out of trouble. Or like Master Reagan says, run away. Run away when you have to. But as always, guys, have a wonderful day, guys. But this is Mr. Zen, signing out.